Hi, everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing today? Hold on one second. So sorry that I scheduled this last minute, first and foremost. Second of all, that I completely blew past the time I was supposed to start this stream, which was 8:30 for anyone paying attention. The NFL Wildcard playoff game. I should really look up what this is actually called. The NFL playoff wildcard, super wildcard game. So this was super wildcard weekend. I'm just sad because my Cowboys are done. So, but anyways, the Moon Knight trailer is supposed to premiere tonight, and I thought, you know what? I think I'm a little bit technologically, if I could say it, technologically savvy enough to try to live stream and get my video up like right when it comes out. And most of that is thanks to my wonderful boyfriend, whose room I am in right now. So I know this isn't like my normal set. I'm sure if you watched my Euphoria review last night, it was not in my normal set, and you noticed, and that's because I am here visiting him, and he is wonderful enough to have all the technological things that I would need to stream here. It was just making sure we had everything set up because obviously I'm not usually logged in on this computer, and I'm also not usually trying to watch TV right above streaming to catch a trailer. So anyways, that is a long explanation for why I'm late. No excuses, but I am so glad that you guys are here with us today because I'm really excited about the Moon Knight trailer. I'll be completely honest up front. I know nothing about what the show is supposed to be. I know very little about the character. Most of it is from you all who have been so wonderful that in my first teaser reaction from Disney Plus Day, you gave me the information I needed to know about Oscar Isaac's character. I can't remember his full name, so if someone could leave that in the chat, I would really appreciate it. But if anyone wants to do a little run through, I figured we could all kind of maybe, while we wait for this trailer, become accustomed to who this character is, learn a little bit more about him. And also, if there's any issues with the audio, I would really appreciate if you guys let me know. Like I said, there might be a moment when the trailer is about to drop that this is going to get a little chaotic, but for the time being, we're going to hang out and just chat. So if you have any questions, you want to talk about Moon Knight, your expectations, concerns, questions for other people in the chat, not me, because I'm not an expert by any means, or just like how we're feeling about 2022, because this is my first like solo stream of 2022. So, Michaela, I'm sorry, girl. I saw your comment, and I feel really bad. I do keep doing this to you, and guys, I'm hoping I've polled you a lot on here and on Instagram. Which, if you don't follow me on Instagram, Sasha Raquel YT. It's like my channel name, but then YT at the end for YouTube. You know, I'm really quirky like that. To try to get, I would love to create a stream schedule because I feel like I'm still not at the point where making regularly planned content outside of like the plan in my own head and then uploading when it feels necessary. I don't feel like that is going to work, but I think doing a stream schedule might work. So if you have strong opinions about that, be sure to leave a comment about it. Also, if you guys could like this video, this stream would really help me out. That's enough business. Pabs is here and said cautiously awaiting with trepidation, hoping for the best because Marvel's going to try to do something dark and a cult classic vigilante. I agree. This is something I've talked to a couple friends about recently, both in the YouTube community and outside of it. The fears or trepidation about Marvel going to the little bit less Disney family-friendly route with characters like Moon Knight or even Daredevil, which if you watch Daredevil on Netflix, you would be super familiar with the fact that that show's pretty dark and it can deal with really serious topics. So I'm interested to see. I feel like there's something I'm getting from the teaser like Instagram post that was released a couple days ago announcing that the trailer would drop today. Maybe it's in the text, the font choice, or the little editing they're using, and that could all be promotional. But it feels very WandaVision-esque to me, and I feel like I'm wondering what kind of mode of filmmaking and genre this is actually going to explore to enable the MCU to go darker, go where it hasn't gone before, while still maybe not compromising their overall brand. Okay, let's see. I am so behind on chat. I'm going to catch up really quickly, guys. 123 Rock Fan is here. Really excited about the trailer, although no idea what to expect. Me either. I love Oscar Isaac, though. Alex is here. Hey, Alex. Can't wait for the Moon trailer. Me too. Luke is here. Luke, I hope you are doing well. It's been a busy week, guys. It's been a very, very busy week. Well, it's a weekend. As a little bit of a personal update, y'all, the dogs won the national championship on a week ago today. Then on Saturday, we had a massive parade in Athens. And then yesterday it snowed, and today was like the aftermath of the snow. So it has been a wild, wild week, but I've loved every second of it. Mark Spector is his name, Pabs. Thank you so much for that. He's investing in the role and admits it's the most challenging role he's ever done. That's really exciting, and that makes me feel good when an actor will say that about their character, that they're willing to do something really different. Apologies. I'm just going to turn the game up because the first quarter just ended, and I want to be aware of if anything happens with this trailer. I want to be on it for you guys, so. Oh. That Star Wars guy, welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Super excited for the trailer. Me too, Jester Go-Go. What am I expecting from the shows? I forgot that Ethan Hawke was going to be in this show, and I'm very intrigued based on what that teaser showed of who his character is going to be. Very interested to see what's going on with that. This is OBS. I use OBS. I try to use Streamlabs. Streamlabs is great to start with. It's free. It's easy. There are a couple of limitations, but I think for like sitting and chatting, it's great. This is OBS, and I've only started to use OBS, but I think it's a cleaner display, and obviously eventually I'd like to get like a nice overlay and a way to display chat a little bit more on brand than it currently is, but that is what I'm using currently. I know Streamlabs is super popular, and I've experimented with them before. I really want to get more into live streaming this year, guys. Found myself very invested in the whole Ludwig switching drama. I've talked about that on stream before. Now is not the time, but that is what I'm using. Whoa, Jason. Listen, okay? Listen, did we lose kind of sadly and tragically to the 49ers yesterday? Yes. But I am a from birth Dallas Cowboys fan. And I just cannot not love them. As much as it hurts me, at least I'm not a Falcons fan. Apologies to all my fellow Georgians that are fans of them. Yeah, me. Okay, wait, sorry. This chat thing is. I'm losing myself. Gonna need background knowledge. Me too. I currently don't know really anything about Mark Spector or Moon Knight. I know that he's a vigilante or more of an anti-hero. I know there is some type of psychological trauma or issues happening there, and I think that's going to be really interesting for this series to explore. I just don't know much past that. Let's see. Okay, Mark Spector Pabs is the Moon Knight resident of this chat. Thank you so much for being here, Pabs. I really appreciate it. Mark Spector is his main persona. His alter egos are Jake Lockley, Stephen Grant, Mr. Knight, Moon Knight, and Khonshu. Okay, it was just announced on TV. It's going to be March 30th. We got a release date. Oh my gosh. If anyone's watching the game right now, you would see this, but the LA Rams are playing the Cardinals. And Rams are winning 7-0. Not that anyone asked, but they just said that the trailer's going to be at halftime, which the second quarter is just starting now. So it might be a little bit of time, but that gives us time to chat. But it says streaming March 30th, which is so exciting. We have a release date. But that's so cool, Paps. Thank you so much for the explanation of his different personalities and alter egos. I'm interested to see this too, an accent. Does the character have a specific background that he has that would call for that in the show? I don't know. What's one film that you don't understand why it got so much hate? The 355 recently, to be quite honest. Listen, there are a lot of stupid action movies, and that definitely falls in like the category. I thought it was better than like average, but it's like a 6-star movie, I would say. I just adjusted my Letterboxd rankings and my methodology for that, but yeah, I don't understand the 355. The comments I've gotten on those have been people claiming that feminism is ruining action movies, and while I could understand it for a different film, that film was co-written and directed by a man, and I felt like of all of the female-led films that I've seen recently, that one was the least like, we are women. Like, we're gonna do this. Only women can do this. I don't think it had that message. So was super confused. I think some people just weren't, they were claiming it was the fact that it was an all-female cast, that it was bombing, and that it was bad. I think the writing is a little sloppy. I think it's formulaic, and I think it works if you wanted a fun time. If you wanted a really serious, good drama spy movie, go watch No Time to Die. That's what I have to say about that. Both of them are so great, Brian. You're so right. I'm really excited to see what both of them bring to the table in this series, and I'm interested to see how this show maybe goes a little bit more of a limited series type route like WandaVision did, as opposed to feeling like a TV show, which I don't know that we've fully gotten in Marvel yet. I want to do a deep dive in a video later this month on that concept, but yeah. Marvel's doing well. You're so sweet. Go dogs. Yes, me and Chris, we shed a tear each. We were all very excited about that game. Thank you. I love you too. That means so much to me, genuinely. But yeah, go dogs. We won, guys. We beat Alabama. We're the best team in the country. National champions. Kirby called the dogs this weekend, which is a big tradition at UGA. You go dogs, and then you slam your fist down and you go sick 'em, and you bark. Because anywhere else in the world, you communicate like normal human beings, but at UGA, we bark. And as a fresh alumni, I just was very proud. I've cried anytime I see that pick six, like tears. It is absurd and unnatural, the connection that you have to your alma mater if you went to a school that you feel you enjoyed your experience there and you like got really into the traditions of football team. Like, there's just something so primal about my love for UGA, and so thank you. That means a whole lot. Cassidy, welcome to the stream, girl. Yes, this is dropping tonight. It was kind of a low-key announcement, I will be honest. Like, I follow Disney, Marvel Entertainment, Disney Plus, Marvel Studios on Instagram, follow them on Twitter. But it was through somebody on YouTube who did like a reaction. I think it was Leo Rydell from Geekly Goods. You guys should go check out his channel. He did a breakdown of it, was on his game Saturday morning, and that's how I found out that this was happening. Now I saw the Instagram later today, but yeah, was not aware that this was happening either until very recently. That's a good point, Pabs. If he has a slightly different accent with all of those different personalities and alter egos, you'll know when he switches. Kind of like Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin versus Norman Osborn. Leo, I was just talking about you. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm honored that you're here. Thank you again. I guess I'd say this officially to you if you're still watching, for letting us all know that this was happening today, because I don't know why I didn't get a feed notification on Instagram, but hope you're having a great Monday night. Okay, Alex was in background info. The writer for Moon Knight, Jeremy Slater, also wrote for Death Note and the disappointing Fantastic Four. I think that's what that is supposed to be for. I'm assuming that's the one with Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan that recently came out. Not recently, but like a couple years ago. Umbrella Academy. Now that is something I feel like the type of mental distress between the two shows, I could see that being translated very well. Oh, 123 Rock fan points that out. We'll see. You know what? Like, here's the thing. I think it is a much harder task to create a very strong, good Marvel movie outside of the MCU once the MCU has existed. I think Logan was an example of one. I think Deadpool was, but those are very different than typical MCU type stuff. Fantastic Four, I have only seen parts of it, so I can't necessarily vouch for it, but I get that that is people's precaution now about this series. Let's see. Sorry, I keep scrolling down to catch up to y'all's messages, and it goes all the way down, so I have to go back up. Leo, listen, I'm sorry, okay? The 355, my opinion on it is just that people don't like it because they expected it, either they expected it to be bonkers good, which I just thought it was going to be fun, or they are claiming the reason they don't like it is because it's trying to send a girl power message. And what I don't like is I don't feel like it has a girl power message. And as a woman, I feel like I know what a girl power message is because I know when it's being slammed down my throat. And so that was my frustration, is people's argument. I've had to debate with multiple people in my comment section who will just say this movie is flopping because it's all women. And I was like, well, if you look at the box office numbers for Ocean's 8, similar type concept, all women, same budget, made like quadruple the money. So that's what I meant, Leo. I'm not saying that the movie is like fabulous by any means. I just personally kind of enjoyed it. I thought it did some unique things with writing and mise-en-scène for that genre. But yeah, sorry, I skipped over some people's comments. Okay, when is it coming out? Halftime. We are about 2.5 minutes into the second quarter of this football game. So probably you could double that, say maybe in like 20 to 30 minutes, we're expecting the trailer sometime at halftime. They'll probably go to the not reporters. I watch sports. I really do. They will go to the announcers or people doing halftime coverage, and then they'll probably say, hello, Disney, our parent company, because it's on ESPN, is going to show you this. So approximately 30 minutes, the show will begin streaming March 30th, was the banner on the bottom of ESPN that I saw. Yeah, I think, Leo, OBS has a lot of nice customizability, and you have different scenes, so you can have things pre-set up. If you know you want to talk for like 30 minutes and then switch to something, you can kind of have all of that pre-set up, and you can also do a recording while you're doing this. I think it works a little better with certain things. I think Streamlabs has a little bit more built-in setup, but I started to use OBS before I used Streamlabs, and I kind of integrate the two at times, but Neo Noir Arcane, I've been thinking about you all day since I knew this trailer was going to drop, because you're the biggest Moon Knight fan that I know in my comments, and I'm so hoping that this trailer is satisfying to you, gets you excited, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Okay, different day-to-day life. Put on a clinic. Is he put in a clinic? Yes, I guess that's true. Very dark, brooding March. Wouldn't you say, folks? Okay. This is a concept I'm very intrigued by. And I know Neo Noir Arcane, you've commented a lot of my reviews before. I feel like you like darker, more psychological shows, and I hope that Moon Knight is that for you. And I know that most of the Disney Plus, or really all of Marvel, is not necessarily always that. But for those of you in the chat, I'm interested to see what this next year of Disney Plus shows brings. Because most of it is dealing with new characters. It's not necessarily going to have older Avengers in it. I think Bruce Banner should be in She-Hulk a little bit, but not necessarily sure how much or in what capacity. Versus like meaning, will he be in every single episode or not? And so I think there's going to be a little bit more experimentation, and I'm wondering if, because we will only have known these characters in the TV format, if they're going to do that. I have a video plan, so I don't want to go off on a tangent here, and I have a lot of chat to catch up on, but yeah. Movies and Trains, welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying Breaking Bad. I would one day like to finish Breaking Bad, in case anyone is watching this that might want to watch Breaking Bad with me. Here's one specific person I'm talking to. But let's see. The main villain is Dracula, is what Neo Noir Arcane is saying for this series. Yeah, these are some pretty big names. I'm kind of excited. I'm interested to see how that works out. Legato Blue, Mizo fan. Mizu. I don't know why I said that wrong twice. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Stop it with the Breaking Bad.
We need to finish Breaking Bad, Christian. That's who I was talking to about Breaking Bad. Any chances of Punisher popping up on the Moon Knight show? I don't know. I feel like maybe. I don't know. Would he fit there? I feel like Moon Knight needs to be a little bit more of a solo project. I know Kevin Feige has kind of gone on to say, like, there might be some more, not collaboration, but, like, the future of the MCU is a little bit more of a team up versus the individual films that we were used to in past. But I'm interested to see. I don't know. I feel like Punisher needs to come up in whatever project Matt Murdock is in, because I feel like their dynamic in season 2 of Daredevil is very... There's a lot to think through there. So I hope he's not just uselessly thrown in just to be like, look, Punisher. You know? If he has history with Moon Knight in the comments, then in the comics, I would understand that. But, okay, sorry. I totally lost my spot. So if I skipped your comment, please just re-comment it. I apologize. Moon Knight's look. I mean, I think he looks cool. I feel like the suits in the MCU are becoming a little bit more, as they become more comic book accurate, they look a little stiffer and less movable, which I don't know. But then there's that clip from the teaser of Moon Knight, like from Disney Plus Day, where he's like beating up on that guy. And I'm like, I guess he can move pretty swiftly in that thing. So I would just be interested to know where the suits come from. I think they're getting more and more elaborate, and that's really fun for visuals. Practicality, though, not so sure. Okay, so Neonor Arcane or anyone else, all of my other Moon Knight experts, what, like, do his alternate, is he like a Jekyll and Hyde type thing, to where he has like obviously different personalities implies that he's going to act differently, but like, does he have different jobs? Does he go to different places and able to do different things? Does he like move around a lot? Like, I know those might be dumb questions, but I genuinely know nothing about the character. For those wondering, they're going to drop the trailer at halftime. The reason being, Disney owns ESPN and ABC, where this game, tonight's game, is being streamed. And so, or being played on TV. And so what that means is it guarantees that all of us will be tuned into the TV until at least halftime. And if you notice, they waited till the first quarter to announce when the trailer was going to come on. So in case you were like, I'm just going to switch off, they were like, stay. Classic TV, getting you to stay. But yeah, for those who missed it, there's an announcement at the end of the first quarter, which is about 5 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. It was longer in real life, but in the game time, it was about 5 minutes. Stating that it's going to happen at halftime. So, however long you would assume a quarter of a football game takes. It's 15 minutes in game, but they stop and start a lot. Two of Cassidy's favorite things, Marvel and football. Broncos fan. Broncos, not a bad team to be a part of. You guys had Peyton Manning for so long. Good years. I definitely have rooted for the Broncos in my day. Love the Broncos. Will always be a Cowboys fan, but Broncos are a good team. How do I feel that No Way Home is at number 4 at the US box office? Not concerned. What it makes me actually really excited for is that Scream is getting so many people to go see it. Because anyone that's been following me on Instagram would know, or YouTube really, because I've talked about it. I'm obsessed with Scream, the concept, the way that it's a slasher that somehow does not scare me too badly to where I can enjoy it. Everyone, listen, I feel like at this point, anyone that was going to go see No Way Home in theaters has gone to see it. It has been 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. It's been a month. No, I guess it's been a month. It's been a month because it's literally the 17th today. It's been a month. Another huge blockbuster came out, and then what is above it? I would guess maybe Sing 2, and I don't know what else would have come out that would be beating it. But, like, the box office numbers were going to be bigger for that movie initially because we all went to go see it, like, twice the first weekend. So, not concerned, Alex. I'm not concerned. So this is where I feel like some people might be disappointed by this series. The violence of Moonlight. Moon Knight. Why can't I speak? I completely understand that people are wanting this because that's who the character is. And I feel like for a lot of superhero characters, their violence or their methods of vigilantism or something like that are extremely tied to dark themes or violence or something like that. I think Daredevil is a perfect example. And I think when you Disneyfy that, for lack of a better term, I think you then run into a lot of issues, disappointing fans. I'm interested to see if this show takes a very creative approach to ensure that they don't necessarily have to compromise the Disney Plus family brand with a lot of violence, because obviously they don't want that. They really don't want to go beyond a PG-13 rating for many things, if anything. But can you do it in a way that's also going to make the fans happy? That can, like, cut the camera at certain parts, but you hear noises, and that becomes more brutal psychologically. I don't know. I'm interested to see. See, we got more 3-5. Listen, I'm not going to defend this thing. I just think it's taking up more room in the minds of people that disliked it than it is people who, like, thought it was fine. Yes, Ben, welcome to the stream. Trailer hype. I'm so pumped. March 30th. Put it on your calendars, people. Put it on your calendars. That's going to be wild. There's going to be Batman. There's going to be... I'm blanking. The Batman, Moon Knight, and then the following-ish week when April hits is, or that Friday of the same week will be Morbius. Will Morbius get moved again? Who knows? I think it was dumb that they moved it. I think it was dumb. But that's my opinion. Do I think Blade will make an appearance? I think the smartest thing they should do with Blade is continue to do little voice references the way they did at the end credit scene of Eternals. Apologies if that's a spoiler. It's out on Disney Plus now. It's been out for almost a week on Disney Plus and been out in theaters since November, so you should have seen it. But there's a post-credit scene where you hear Blade's voice. I think they should do something like that because I think with a character as iconic as Blade, I think you should reveal him officially in his own movie. Personally. Obviously, I know people are dying for a look, but I think that would be so much cooler if they held off. I have seen a lot about this show, New Noir. I've seen a lot about the show. Sorry, guys, my earrings are really killing my ear for some reason. I've seen a lot about that show recently, like a lot. So maybe I will have to check it out. Maybe I will. Ooh, good question. Where in the timeline do I think Moon Knight will take place? Do we know if... What am I trying to say? Like, I feel like a cool element of this show could be, is Mark Spector a reliable narrator in the terms of, like, are we following actual reality with him? Are we following what he perceives as his reality? And so that's where I feel like it could be anywhere on the timeline. I assume it's going to be post-Endgame because, at least with the exception of Black Widow, which I think was on the slate for a long time, and Marvel just kind of dropped the ball or pushed it further, I think that most of Phase 4 of Marvel has been really focused on the aftermath of Endgame. And I feel like I think it would be a mistake to try to go back and, unless filling in a very specific gap, to then try to go back to pre-Endgame. So I assume then, but who's to say? Who is to say? Because do we still really even know? I think the last I read was that Hawkeye was technically 2 years post-Endgame, but I don't know. March is a little bit of a dip month, you know, because April has become the new start of summer blockbusters. And March is just sort of like February. There's a lot of good rom-coms coming out this year, so I'm personally very excited. TV starts in January and February for most people excited, but March can kind of be that lull. It'll be interesting to see. For everyone looking for the trailer, I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 times probably between now and halftime. It's coming out at halftime of this game. It's on ABC and it's on ESPN. It is the Cardinals LA Super Wildcard game. That is all I would say. Yes, the show has some Moon Knight. The show has some really interesting creatives. George Clooney is listed on IMDb to be directing an episode. Now, I read an article that said that's based on rumor, and I don't know exactly who puts things into IMDb. Like, I think there's been times when rumored stuff has then gotten officialized on IMDb. But I don't know if that's true or not. And then, of course, we've got the Game of Thrones cinematographer, which I think is going to add a lot of that dark brooding element that we love from Game of Thrones, which will be super nice in this show. Sorry. Oh no, I'm so behind. Okay. Nope, okay. Where did I go? Sorry. Yes, I think Pabs, I agree with you. I think it's going to be more mental exploration of him. Let's see. Hello and greetings for Journey. Thank you, Ben, for watching. I appreciate it. I love that we are getting introduced to so many new characters in Phase 4, but it's definitely going to be a huge adjustment. I agree. This is like really paradigm shifting, like the way I think about the MCU now compared to I've been having a lot of quarter life crisis, like thinking through where I was 10 years ago, because 2012 was the year that I saw Amazing Spider-Man, I saw the Avengers, and that's when I officially like know that I was like MCU fan for life at that point. I was like invested, I made fan art, I was just so in the community on Tumblr and everywhere else online. And so now that we're getting new characters, like I don't even know the context of them in the comics. Because like Kate Bishop, sure, I knew her context in the comics. Like all of this stuff, you would look it up. Now I'm like who is like the oldest, like Bucky is the person, Bucky and Sam are the two people who have been around the longest now. And I'm like, kind of makes me a little sad, but I like that it's going in more creative directions. I'll say that. I agree. I hope they go for it too. I hope they go for it in a creative way. Again, that doesn't make the fans mad. That seems to be the case. That does seem to be the case. That how many episodes is Boba in? It's had 3 episodes so far. I would assume. How many more do we think it's gonna have? I'm not really enjoying that show, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Let's see. Hold on one second. Hold on. Sorry. Had to adjust something there. Sorry, folks. Sorry. This is what I want. Okay. Sorry, because I'm using my boyfriend's computer. Stuff keeps popping up. I'm like, ah! Okay. 11 p.m. I think that's not correct. So they announced that the trailer is going to come out at halftime. It is 8 minutes until the end of the second quarter of the football game, which I usually in my head double the amount of time in a football time. That was not, I cannot speak. If there's about 8 minutes, I would double that to say there's about 16 minutes left. So 15 goes to about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So we're just waiting for halftime, folks. When I get to see this number go to like 1, I'm going to get all my stuff in place and we're going to sit here and we're going to wait. But yeah. Also, thank you to all of you. There's 73 of you, I think, watching this right now, which is wild. Welcome to the channel, because I know probably not all of you are subs. I so appreciate you being here and would love if you liked this or considered subscribing, because that would help me out. And I can't wait to have people who are knowledgeable about Moon Knight watching my Moon Knight reviews to help inform me, because I do really use y'all's comments as a jumping ground for like my own backup research on the characters. Okay. You know what? Actually, hold on. While we're stuck on this, trailer is dropping at halftime. Halfway through second quarter now. Tune in into ESPN or ABC to... Okay. Apologies, guys. I'm just going to pin this because I keep answering this question. And I think that would be helpful to people. So I apologize. I know sometimes these are kind of like a little clickbaity titles because it's like, obviously I don't have the trailer yet. Like, I'm not special. But it said 7 o'clock. The game started at 8:15. I don't know what time zone y'all are from, but the game starts 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. It started pretty close to on time. Yeah. That's true. See, this is how behind I am. We were talking about costumes, and Jedi Fan here was commenting that, like, yeah, you don't have to have it be super practical. Okay. Oh, 123 Rock Fan, that is so sweet. I appreciate that. Guys, if you didn't check out, if you are waiting for something and don't want to sit here and listen to me ramble about random stuff, you can go check out my live stream that I did with the lovely Sabrina Johns last Wednesday. We talked about our favorite and least favorite screenplays of all time, and we just kind of talked about like screenwriting tips and stuff like that. So 123 Rock Fan, I so appreciate you watching that and saying such kind things. Okay, Pabs has more information for us. Mr. Knight, by the way, is one of the aspects personas that, despite being a consultant detective with paranormal investigative stuff, love that description, basically matches everything with Marcus' character. Okay, that's interesting. I've seen a lot of debate, guys, about who you guys are saying Ethan Hawke's character is. So if you have clarification on that, because I've seen some of you say very different things. Who is my favorite Marvel character? Clint Barton is a personal... Hawkeye is my favorite Avenger, but I think my favorite character would either be Peter Parker, Loki, and then in the last 3 months, my appreciation for Natasha Romanoff has skyrocketed, and I just think she's so interesting. Her past, even though it wasn't explored necessarily in the way I always wanted it to be, I kind of like that, because then we as fans can kind of hypothesize, but those are my favorites. Let's see. This is, again, you guys are all hitting on what I think. I'm hoping that what they figure out is how to portray the character in a way that is satisfying to fans, but not in a way that necessarily, because I just know they're not going to go for the violence thing. Suit, I think, Waffle Chan, I think it is... I like the design of it. I just feel like it looks less practical. But I don't know that much about the character, and I don't know if, like, how that's integral. It looks like it's a mummy on the Instagram teaser trailer, how it wraps onto him kind of magically. Interested to see where that goes. So, yes, more confirmed dates. It's so nice. I really am feeling for... What I think I've gained an appreciation for is the Star Wars fandom recently, although I think I've strayed from it quite a bit. Star Wars fans are so patient. So patient. You guys get so much less content in the last 2-3 years than... Mando was probably, like, one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars thing, but it is nice to have more confirmed Marvel stuff. I used to, middle school, structure my year around Marvel and Sims release dates. Excuse me. Kind of sad, yes, but did I do it? Yes, and it was fun to have stuff to look forward to. I think, yeah, so Disney's not going to let it happen, but yeah, I guess I can't even really argue against that one. I'm not one to be a Disney hater, but I think what is a little disappointing is the future of the consolidation of the MCU, as cool as it is. Daredevil being brought into the official MCU, Moon Knight, or any of these characters, Kingpin, they get a little less brutal, and it's so kind of refreshing just to see someone see the tone of Daredevil, that I feel like even that tone is something that not Disney, but Marvel doesn't necessarily explore. Although, thinking back to like Doctor Strange, when he gets in his accident and has his hands, that's very psychologically deep. And I don't think Disney like babyfies anything. I just think there are certain limits that they refuse to go past, and I can see where that's going to be disappointing for people. Yeah, I think Sony was scared. I think Sony was scared that it wasn't going to do as well. What I think kind of didn't make sense to me was we all just went to the theater for Spider-Man No Way Home. And then I think what also is surprising is how many people went out to go see Scream. And everyone's like talking about the January wasteland, which is historically that's accurate for movie releases in January. But I think they moved it because they thought they were going to get more money elsewhere, and I think that's the one thing that I don't want to get too much into this, but I think that's where some of these studios care more about the profit than the creative intent or the best release for the film and trusting that people will go see it. I think they always think there's going to be a better, greener opportunity, and delaying that is what they think is going to work. But personally, I'm more upset about things like Turning Red not getting a theatrical release, honestly. But Rams scored. Congrats, any Rams fans. Matthew Stafford, former dog, is quarterback. I think it's long because we're waiting. There have certainly been more boring and longer first halves. I did see this. I did see a lot of people saying, like, of course, this trailer would drop on a full moon. I think that's a really fun detail. A fun little, obviously, in my opinion, it's because they have the Super Wildcard game today, and that's why they're dropping it. And then people will talk about it for the rest of the week. But, that's the cynical side of me. The more exciting part of me is like, yes, it's a full moon. Oop. Oh, girl, you have no idea. We have Marry Me, Jennifer Lopez. I have seen every single Jennifer Lopez rom-com that has existed. I should do a ranking in February. Subscribe so you don't miss that. Me shamelessly plugging myself. So I'm super excited. Battery on my light just went out. Hold up. Cassidy, we will continue this conversation in a brief moment. I'm so used to, I have different lights at home, and I am so used to not having to plug them in because they're just plugged in permanently. That gone are the days of me having to, can you help me please?
Sure. You need to. Here, give me the. There's a little brick.
This thing is plugged in, I'm trying to get it into the light. The Cardinals are getting kind of beat up on. I kind of feel bad for them.
They are. You got it?
Yeah. Sorry, Cardinals fans is basically what I'm saying. Oh, we are back, people. Okay, ow, that was my foot. You don't... That's embarrassing for you, honestly. That's embarrassing for you. He just crawled on the floor. That's embarrassing for you. Okay, let's pretend none of that happened. So anyways, so we have Marry Me, the Jennifer Lopez movie, and then we also have I Want You Back, which is an Amazon one that was filmed in Georgia, and I am so excited for that one. It has a bunch of people. I'm not even gonna go into it. Go look it up. I did a trailer reaction if you're curious, but yeah. How am I gonna react to it? I'm gonna react to it with excitement. I'm gonna react to it on this stream, and then what we're gonna try to pull off is I'm gonna record the stream and then upload it while I continue streaming after the trailer and we talk about it. That's how we're gonna try to pull it off. Will I be successful? The world may never know, but oh, okay, cool beans. Moon Knight, I'm out of breath now. Embarrassing for me. Given that Moon Knight's powers are tied to the lunar cycle and the full moon, his power sets are extensive and vary depending on the cycle, which is super cool. Super cool. Oh, could we see a Kang variant in this show? Would kind of freak out. I keep forgetting how big of a deal Kang is gonna be. Which I think is the point. I think we've been lulled into a little bit of complacency with him. Last prediction before the trailer. Prediction, I think we're gonna see more of Ethan Hawke. I think we're gonna get some narration from, not narration, I think we'll get voiceover from Ethan Hawke's character, and then we'll have Oscar Isaac talking about these multiple personalities or something. And we'll see the release date again, and I think we will probably see more of kind of like the tone of the show. That's these are lame predictions. I'm sorry, Alex. Would I rather watch football or soccer? I love both. I probably would say soccer is I watch football more, but I think soccer is more interesting. Like watching the World Cup, top notch, or Olympic soccer, love that. Me too, Marvel Studio. I'm psyched for this. I'm really excited to see what direction this goes in. Will I do watch party live streams for Moon Knight? That is going to depend on whether I have a job. Because let me tell you guys, listen, I love doing it for Hawkeye. And if enough of you want me to do it, I might. But staying up until 3 a.m. East Coast time to watch a 45-minute long episode and then go to bed and try to function the next day is kind of difficult. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just coming from my perspective of I love doing it for Hawkeye and that loved that show, but that was a lot. And I'm really glad I made the decision not to do it for Boba Fett, because I think if I had started doing it, I wouldn't have wanted to quit. But I don't know. We'll see about Moon Knight. I'm trying to get a job, and if I get a job, probably not, because that's a weeknight. But if I don't have a job by then, if I am, then maybe we'll do that. I did learn a lot from doing live streams for Hawkeye, and that I think I would do differently in the future, that I think would help me. Cassidy is also not enjoying Boba Fett. Life coming from Cassidy, who is a lifelong Star Wars fan geek. It just did nothing for me how The Mandalorian or Clone Wars. I feel like Mandalorian and Clone Wars just have. Here's how I described it to a friend. The Book of Boba Fett feels like it was written as a 2-hour movie that then they said, let's split it at 45-minute intervals into, I guess not 2 hours, because that wouldn't mathematically equal up, but written as a long movie and then split up into episodes. Whereas The Mandalorian felt like this is episode 1 and it's a distinct thing. This is episode 2. Whereas I feel like all of the Tusken Raider stuff thus far, although I find that the most interesting aspect of the show, could have been consolidated. And then that would have been like an episode and a half, or 2 episodes and a half, and then the half would be the present day storyline, which I care nothing for. So that's that. Favorite Marvel, Disney. Are you talking about Disney Plus shows? I would say My favorite is Hawkeye. Week to week, I think that one is the best for my level of enjoyment of it. I don't think it really missed for me in any of the episodes. I rewatched it the most frequently. I had the most fun covering it. But I think WandaVision has a really special place in my heart that I just can't shake. And after a year, I feel very special about it. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm open to a new character. I'm very open to new Marvel characters. I think it's just that there are certain ones like Moon Knight who, prior to getting the show announcement, I was like, cool, Moon Knight. What is that? I had no idea. And that's on me, but Matt Murdock has grown to become one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. And I'm not just saying that. I find the struggles that his character personally goes through in Daredevil to be the most interesting of many characters that I've read in all of fiction. And I really love him. Which MCU character do I think I'd get along with the most? I think I would get along with Kate in the sense that she just seems fun-loving, and I feel like we'd have a lot in common. We both love Hawkeye. But then otherwise, I think Steve Rogers. I would love to just chill with Steve. Both like to do things the right way, and yeah. Aw, you guys are saying your favorite. So Typhoid Mary, I knew that, new Noir Arcane. Cassidy's is Wanda, which from the profile pic, which is my favorite, you know that. I love I have a strong feeling too. I think we're gonna see Kang variants at least in one project a year. I think. And then we know he's gonna be in Quantumania, but I highly doubt he wouldn't be in Multiverse of Madness, even if it was just a post-credit scene. Yeah, but what I'm talking about, 123 Rock Fan, is not the violence of like, oh yeah, he's got something through his side or whatever, or they've showed people dying, but there's a way to approach it that I feel like shows like Daredevil or maybe even the Moon Knight comics do, such as there are criminals in the MCU. Usually they're bank robbers or like villain masterminds, but at the end of the day, it's an ideological difference. Whereas in Daredevil, some of the people that Matt fights or has to deal with are people that are like, in my opinion, like scum of the earth. People who mistreat women and children and the lowest of society, and it's the nature in which that they're killed or beat up and things like that I think makes it tonally more intense. And then the overarching reason for why he has to do these things is that's where I'm coming from. I thought this too. Does he have chaos magic? Is that another thing that's going to be explored? Because that very much felt Agatha, Wanda, this is chaos magic. So, I feel like someone could show up. You know who I feel like could be a good addition? Dane Whitman, just a passing professor. I just want to see more of him. This one I'm concerned about. The first two Deadpools I think are like nearly perfect, just ridiculous satire movies, and I love them. And they claim, Ryan Reynolds says he's not going to do them if they're not R-rated, and I proud of him. What I don't understand is like Disney has made movies for adult audiences and for children audiences from the beginning of time, and they've kept them separate. But now, because they have this vested interest in Disney Plus and making sure everything's streamable, they want everything to be accessible to families on there. In foreign countries, outside of the US, I mean, not foreign, but just internationally, Disney has a Hotstar bubble, which shows all of the Hulu shows, basically, that we get in the US, because Hulu isn't around everywhere because of who owns it and blah, blah, blah. That's a whole conversation for another time. I feel like they could do something like that to make it so that they just put the adult MCU stuff on Hulu and properly rebrand that. But I don't know. Oh, Thank you to my wonderful boyfriend. Yes, since we are about 2 to 3, 4, 5 minutes away from the trailer, the second quarter of the game has about 2.5 minutes left. I will be watching the trailer on stream. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the chat, like so. I'm gonna pop up in this corner the live feed of the trailer showing, and I'm gonna hit this little magic start recording button that y'all can't see is down there. And then I'm gonna hit that and record it. Then I'm going to stop recording that. I will still be streaming the whole time. This will not be interrupted. This feed, hopefully, will not be interrupted. My plan is just to basically like almost screen record this video and then cut it. And then I'm going to put it onto my laptop and upload it while I'm still streaming to you guys. I know that's a little complicated, but I promise I will not be going anywhere when the trailer drops in approximately 2.5 minutes. I will be here. I'm just going to try to do some more complicated things on my end so I don't have to stop the stream, record a trailer reaction, or just continue the stream for a couple more minutes and then cut off. Like, I will be here the whole time. I will continue streaming. I'm just gonna click a button. It's gonna look a little different to you. You guys will be able to see the trailer on here is my intention. So it's all in one place. That's just my goal. We'll see. Thank you, Christian, for reminding me to clarify that. Yes. Netflix was kind enough to send this to me. I did an initial Netflix PR box opening, but then like 5 more came after that. Then it was my birthday and Christmas and graduation, and I was moving, and so I didn't get a chance, but I have my little Tick Tick Boom sweatshirt, and the back is, nope, that's the Moon Dance Cafe on the back. I love it. It's so comfortable, too. It's a fave of mine. Pab says, Ethan Hawke is Sun King, Patient 86. You're hoping they tweak some things, but you feel like the execution isn't great in the comics. Yes, so I moved, and now I'm visiting my boyfriend. So this is my setup for the time. But I still have my La La Land poster, and it will still be going up in my new setup. I just kind of set it up, and then that room has been needed to be organized. So, oh, now I'm getting nervous, guys. This trailer is close. I feel very similarly to this. I worry that these characters, the depth of them, won't be explored properly in a show that limits their violence, because there's something pretty incredible about using violence to frame a character, their experiences. Someone like Punisher, who is a veteran, who has had these tragic losses in his family's life. I think you lose that if you don't explore everything as explicitly as the Netflix show does. Let's see. I'm hoping this too. I noticed that he's been the director of all of them, and I'm like, who made this decision? Because I'm not enjoying it one bit. So I'm hoping that we get past that. Soon. Pabs has some lovely recommendations here for comics. I will reach back out to this, Pabs. I appreciate you putting this in the chat. Yeah, it's bland. Here's another thing I've noticed about the show. Guys, it's on commercial now. It's not the trailer time yet. It's not halftime.
Put the desktop audio at half, so then when you unmute it, it's only at half, so you'll still hear it.
Okay.
It's not like blaring, because that's a concern. I don't want you to be like
Good point.
blaring in your ears.
Sorry, guys. We got some technical stuff to figure out.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. He's my manager. Huh?
Did you put it at half?
What?
Did you put it at half?
Huh? Yes. Thank you. But anyways, I feel like everything in Book of Boba feels too new. Does anyone else feel that way? I don't know if it's just that the actor that plays Boba Fett has these really white teeth that, like, when he's in the desert and he's, like, scabbed from being in the sun with the Tusken Raiders, his teeth are, like, perfect. Like, sir, are you in a Crest White Strips commercial? Like, why do you look like this? And then all of their outfits just look so clean. Whereas I just, especially Tatooine, which I'm tired of being on Tatooine. Leo Rydell from Geekly Goods and I have talked about that, but it's just, I'm over it. I don't know. If you're enjoying Boba Fett, I'm not condemning it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not a fan of it. Interesting information from Brian. He spoke to Ethan Hawke about doing comic book content or stories. I wonder, that gives me faith though when I hear that kind of stuff in a project, because it makes me feel like, okay, this has something interesting and unique about it that would make an actor like Ethan Hawke want to sign on. Oh, it keeps jumping. I watched the first episode of this, Neo Noir. I actually did a review in one of my... Oh, wait, hold on. They just did a 2-minute warning. Halftime. Okay, tune in to ESPN ABC. There is 1:53 left in the quarter. The next commercial break, I assume, is going to be it. So we're going to be watching close to this. But I watched the first episode. I wanted to finish the rest of it because I was so intrigued, because I love Oscar Isaac. I love Jessica Chastain. And I think both of them are really good in that first episode. And I love Ex Machina. I think that's a great, great movie. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. This is exactly what I'm thinking. I hope it turns out to be true. Yes, really love Tick Tick Boom. Highly recommend it. There's a first poster on Twitter. I don't want to distract myself because I've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. DC fan, you know what? You're welcome. I'm not necessarily a DC fan. I see you got The Rock as your profile pick. I am excited for Black Adam. I just am not the biggest. I just don't like DC as much. Sorry. Yeah, Pabs is the goat of the Moon Knight content. Promo poster. I think I could pull it up really quickly. Okay, there's about 1 minute left. Where is it? Ooh! This is the first poster, everybody. You see it? I love that. Is that his weapon? The moon? I'm interested.
Stop saying it's 1 minute. It's football. It's going to take forever.
I know it's going to take forever.
You said 1 minute for like 30 minutes now.
I've been trying to explain that you'd like try to double the time and... Listen, we Americans don't like our clocks to run. We like to stop the clock when we say to stop the clock. And even if it makes sense not to stop the clock, we like to...
Do you know how to get the Twitter thing?
What Twitter thing?
The poster. Did you want to get the poster or not?
I'm just not going to do that right now.
Good luck.
I showed it on...
Good luck.
Shoo. Goodbye. Cassidy got all of the Hawkeye series comics for Christmas. That's so exciting. I have like a gap in mine. I have like the first 16 and then I have a gap of like even or odd numbers because some of the comic collections will do that so that you have to buy more. Very clever. But then I have like the later one. So I need that gap. Devs. Okay. Appreciate the recommendation. I've been looking for something new to binge. Yet the show posters have been kind of good. The Loki one was a little, Falcon and Winter Soldier could have been better. They need to hire the fans and stop telling us, we hired fans, we're graphic designers, but we're not actually letting them do their jobs. Because I feel like every studio in Hollywood is saying, I want every single character on the poster, and I'm tired of it. At first I was like, people are complaining about this. I was like, now I get it. It's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna start recording. It's almost time. I'm freaking out. I hope I get this correct. Nope, I need to go this way slightly. Okay. Okay, there's a USAA commercial right now, and then hopefully we will be switching soon to Moon Knight. I'm watching it with bated breath, anxiously. I have not seen Search Party 123 Rock Band, but I've had that recommended to me by a professor before, and it just looks really good. Oh, Cassie, thank you for the recommendation. I need to buy that. Okay, they're gonna do the little halftime show, as I stated earlier. Me too, Waffle Chan. Sorry, I'm not clicking on y'all's comments because here. I'm nervous. Me too. There was something about it that had this element to it that reminded me of WandaVision, and I cannot wait for it now. It's halftime now. They're doing a show. Cam! Sending my love, Cam. Welcome to the stream. I so appreciate you being here. Moonerang. I love that. Fatally killed his brother. This is gonna be dark. But I'm interested. Yeah, I need to see Search Party. I need to get this. You guys really are on top of the recommendations tonight, and I so appreciate it. You have no idea. They're analyzing the game, as they do in football. Yes, everyone enjoy. Good luck to me if I'm able to get this to record properly and everything. I shouldn't have started recording. I was nervous. Okay, I thought it was gonna come on. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting. It's almost here. It's almost here. Thank you to everyone who's in the stream. Everyone, all 110 of you. Sorry I look like a mess to 110 of you, but I'm freaking out a little bit. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo's got an injury. What? The Cowboys hired Dan Quinn? When did this happen? No, that happened a while ago because we beat them. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. After the break, Moon Knight. They should, Flaws for King. They should do a breakdown of it. I'm waiting. They said after the break. Disney trying to make their money. Let me tell you. They're trying to make the money. Trailer's not up yet, guys. It will have sound, hopefully.
You want to do an audio test, unmute it, see how it sounds?
Yeah.
This is
How does this sound, guys?
I'd like to get up to 30%
This is
off
a commercial.
my auto insurance with Safe
Can you
Pilot.
hear
I
it?
can help you with that. What's your member number?
87.
It should
How's
be
that?
between 5 and 12
Trailer's
digits.
coming after this commercial break.
This is Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski. I'm not
We're
a
seeing
member.
Rob Gronkowski
Mr.
trying to get
Gronkowski,
USAA insurance, but he
USAA is
can't
for the military community
because
and their
he's
families.
not.
That's what makes us
He's not a
special.
veteran, so he
but I'm
can't.
special.
It's only for veterans, you know?
USAA.
Doing free
It's
advertising
still
for
only
USAA.
for
I
the
should not do
military
this.
community.
What if this isn't just
That sounds
stage?
good. Okay. Yeah, so we get all these commercials. Because again, the American media system is supported by commercials. We love ads here. And everyone hates ads, but that's the only way to get things for free. Appreciate you guys on the audio. Appreciate it. ABC is showing it. I'm watching on ESPN. Freaking cable. Jackson, thank you for stopping by. That means so much to me. I hope you're doing so well. Happy New Year. Go Dogs, man. That's so sweet of you to drop by. I really appreciate it. Oh, we got a Steve Harvey commercial now. Oh, this is killing me. Give me a second, guys. It's switching between ESPN and ABC commercials. It is? Oh. It's about to happen.
Premiere of Marvel
Okay, we got it, guys. We got it.
Night.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder.
The British
I can't
accent.
tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
Guys, I'm freaking out.
I think I'm losing it.
We'll catch you on. You're bloody useless. Stevie.
Stephen.
Oh, she seems like a...
The difference between life and dreams.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
Why does this have 90s vibes to me? Oh, that shot of him, his reflection standing still.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark? That must be very difficult. The voice in your head.
Is he a cult leader?
There's chaos in you.
Embrace the chaos.
They keep showing that one shot, which makes me think there's more. We got a full...
That looks fun. That's so fun.
March 30th, everybody. There it is. Okay, I gotta stop this. I'm still streaming. I'm still streaming. We're just gonna be a little chaotic here as I try to get my reaction up. Guys. Jackson, again, thank you for stopping by. You're the GOAT. I so appreciate you. I really want to see you in Bailey's film. I don't know when you guys are releasing that, but I can't wait to see it. Guys! It looks like movie quality, it does. Okay, give me, like, I'm gonna be here, but we're gonna try to coordinate this as best as I can here. My tech man, Christian. Okay, how do I... That was good. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
How do we find this? How do I find the file?
File Explorer.
Documents?
If you could talk, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. It's so nice to have a tech guy. Guys, what did we think? The anticipation. The panic was that I didn't know if they were going to come back and reintroduce it or if they were just going to cut from like the Rob Gronkowski commercial to the trailer. I always get so tense when I do this kind of stuff on stream. It's going to be kind of a big file. I started recording way too early. But yeah. Can I use the mouse? Okay, let's see. Yes, it looks so good. It looks movie quality. Somebody already said that, but it looks, yes, trippy. I love the visuals of his reflection getting stuck in things, or he's looking at the reflection and something else happens. I feel like that's using the TikTok trends like to everyone's advantage, or using it in such a creative way. That's such a bad way. TikTok has nothing to do with the show. I could almost confirm to you that I feel like Dane is going to be in that show. The fact that it takes place in London, the fact that there are museums, I feel like that's Dane's expertise. I don't know exactly what he studied. Sorry, I should not. That's a lint roller. I just dropped a remote. I'm panicking. You can just put it here and I can edit it. It's probably fine. He seems like such a unique character. I love the concept of he doesn't know what's real or what's fake, and I also really like the introduction of potentially Ethan Hawke's character as a cultish type leader. That's what it reminded me of. Or at the very least, like a religious leader. I feel like that's a very interesting thing to explore within Marvel, that pairs nicely with a thing. I also like, and again, we could be fooled. Who am I to say this? But it feels like a show that has a little bit more of a singular villain, which I think is desperately needed in Marvel shows. I feel like the issue is we don't focus on one villain. And that's a problem because then the story gets too convoluted for a 6-episode season with potentially no future seasons. So I'm really hoping that that's properly explored. Also, who was that woman who was being rude to him? Like, this man clearly has some things going on that he needs to figure out. And here you are smacking your gum. I don't know. I say this and then I'll watch the series and like probably like her or something like that. Did you get it? Can I take this back? Me too, Cassidy. I'm really hype. I'm really hyped for this. 2022 01 17.
.mkv, what does that mean?
That's just the file type.
It's a document. Okay.
It won't let you download it. You could probably just. Oh boy. Here, hold on. Let me do this. Sorry guys, we're trying to figure out another technical issue. Inception vibes. Yeah, the distortion of what is real and what is fake is gonna definitely be really interesting. No, we're gonna do file. Can I save as? Oh. Can you save this as a specific file? Wait, stop. We're going to, does anyone know how to save a .mkv file as a .mov or MP4? Cause
Close it. Then go right click on it.
that's all it gives me.
Just keep going, I guess.
Alex, that seems like a lovely comparison. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind meets Nolan's work. That is super intriguing to me. I'm super interested. Why does it say there are 0 concurrent viewers? Did something happen? Can I have my phone?
No, it says 37 right now.
Oh, it just popped back up. Okay, I don't know. Sorry if the stream stopped for a second, guys. I don't know what might have happened there. Rename it. You can't just rename it. I have to like convert the file, guys. Apologies. You guys are all here. You made the stream, but anyone trying to watch after this, we'll have to go back. Is it Cassidy? Is it bad if I say this trailer did more for me than the? I mean, let's be honest. It kind of did more for me. I'm more intrigued. I think Multiverse of Madness I knew was gonna be wild. I knew it was gonna be crazy, but this, but yeah, this one feels different. Don't want to sound dumb by saying that, but it feels different and it feels very unique. Very unique. Cam, totally agree. Totally agree. Yes, totally agree, Cassidy. So good. So good. Alex has this great comparison. I agree, Twist. The fact that they have used in every single teaser or trailer for this show that bit of him punching the guy on the floor, I feel like that says that there's so much more, and that excites me. When I see repeated stuff like that in trailers, it's not like they're not digging for new content from the movie or show. Ooh, that's interesting. What if whenever he's Moon Knight, he can't remember anything? It's just a gap in his memory. That would be great. Agreed, gaming theory. I really hope that his mental health, the distortion of reality, and how that's maybe manipulated by Ethan Hawke's character or anybody else going on. I really love that. I also feel like there's certain things with like, Why Did You Call Me Mark, with his different personalities that I think could be really interesting to explore in the way that he dresses, his accent, which we've already talked to a large extent about in the stream, to his phone, like the fact that he has a flip phone as Steven, but maybe Mark, I'm assuming, is people saying, oh no, people are saying Steven was the millionaire from the comics. But, yeah, that's sort of cool. That's going to be interesting because I feel like it's been a while since we've been with a character who is kind of having an origin story, for lack of a better term, or who doesn't like automatically get powers and maybe has to like learn. I like the mystery aspect and like kind of like piecing together of things that I feel like this is going to have. I'm just super intrigued. I'm super excited. And I'm really, this one's going to be one I feel like there's going to be a lot to pour over in the symbolism on screen and the cinematography. That's just going to be, not cinematography, but the framing of shots, the inclusion of different objects is going to be a lot more to digest than potentially we've had in a while. And once again, there's something about that font, the way it sort of rotates, that's reminding me of WandaVision, and I don't know why. It just is. I'm going to unpin that message. So far away, March. We're halfway through January. Yeah, that is kind of like 2.5 months. That is a while to wait, but it is much nicer than the wait to May would have been if that was the first time we were going to see Marvel content all year. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. So sorry about that. I want to see the exploration of, like, why does he chain himself to the bed? Is that from the first episode? Or is that, like, after he discovers, like, Moon Knight? That's the thing. I'm interested to see also if this show explores a non-linear timeline. I think that could be a really cool element of this show as well. Agreed. 123 Rock Fan and Alex both said this. I feel like the Inception-ish element, the timing element is going to be interesting. Oh, have they confirmed 40 to 50 minutes for this? Because would make a lot more sense. And I'm really excited. I think for me, what I'm most excited about this series is meeting a new character, exploring something very different for the MCU, but adjacent to all of that is seeing how Marvel handles characters that do not fit the family-friendly persona of the Avengers. Because we're beyond that at this point. Like, as much as I love the Avengers and hate saying that, we're beyond that. And so I'm really intrigued to see what ways Marvel proves, hey, we can do this. Like, we know what we're doing. I constantly state my doubts about them because I think people think once you're a Marvel fan, you just think everything they do is perfect, and that's definitely not true. But I'm very interested and to see where this goes. Yes, EA Voss, when he gets his video up, I am so pumped. I want to get a breakdown. I want to know what this means. I want to know more about the crew, the creatives. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate this. I appreciate that so much. John, I don't know. I don't want to be argumentative. I just feel like the bigger Marvel trailer reveals of the TV shows happened. One happened at the Super Bowl. There was one in early 2020. Do you need me? Did you figure it out? Okay. Thank you very much. And
You do M4Vs, right?
what?
M4Vs? I think so.
MP4?
M4V.
I think so.
We'll see.
But I don't want to give this an indication that it's special. I just think this is a show that they want more attention on because it's not mainstream. It is different. It might appeal to an older audience, be a little darker, and it's going to be different. It's something that people who could be like, oh, Loki, I know him. Oh, Scarlet Witch, I know him. Falcon Winter Soldier, Hawkeye. This is different, and so they want to really establish it to other people who might be outside of the MCU bubble, already know what's going on with this. I want to know why he has the foot strap too. I don't know. Is it one of his personalities as to strap himself in at night? Is it him?
Here is your
Amazing. Oh, why did you eject the Lacey?
I didn't mean to.
Oh.
Here it is. Drag it into.
Okay. Lovely. Okay. Awesome sauce. Okay, we're gonna pop this in here. We're gonna delete that. We're gonna mute this. Okay, will you just watch that? Is there any sound on this?
I can check. I think there was. I just hit play.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yes, Cam. It really is giving me Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I really am fascinated by the multiple alter ego personality aspect of the show and the not knowing what reality is. I think even if this show narratively doesn't impact anything else in the MCU, I'm so excited to see that be explored. That's so interesting. Pabs, I love that you know that. I love that you're here to talk about this, and I really appreciate that. I feel like the thing it feels similar to Umbrella Academy is those kids have a lot of trauma and issues that they're dealing with, and family issues and feelings of identity, being these young kids superheroes, being adopted, not knowing who their real families are or why they have these powers that they do. So I think that's interesting. 6 episodes, 40 to 50 minutes. To me, a limited series is that like 6 to 10 episodes, and that means that you should have longer episodes. How much did I like Eternals? Not much at all. I'm being told by my manager over here, who's working on my video right now. I joke, that's my boyfriend. He refers to himself as my manager. He helps me with my tech stuff. He's saying that I really need to rewatch it and either reestablish what my gripes are and talk about it in a video, or maybe see past my stubbornness. I really did not like it. I wanted to leave the theater. Not leave it, but I was like, I want it to be over. I have a 20-minute review that I think I articulated what I didn't like about it very well. So if you'd like to go check that out, more than welcome to. But, oh, I did not know. Okay. This shows just how not up on popular culture I am. I did not know that was a Kid Cudi song. But that's super cool. New Avengers team. I think my hypothesis for this is that there's going to be a fragmenting of the different Avengers. So people have mentioned West Coast Avengers. Oops, sorry. There was my fingers there for a reason. West Coast Avengers. There's what is the team that people think Val is building? The Thunderbolts. I just don't see Moon Knight and Shang-Chi fighting in the same squad with like Peter Parker, you know? I feel like it's going to be a long time till there's another Avengers movie. I think probably 5 years. And I think that's what Kevin Feige has realized. Like, we need a long time to build back up to this. So we're just going to have characters that make sense to be in films together, i.e. Wanda and Strange, i.e. Strange and Peter Parker in No Way Home, and pair them up. I think that's wise. Cassidy is correct. The trailer is up on Marvel's YouTube if you'd like to go rewatch it. This is another thing. The whole lunar element of it and the magic feels like we're going into this realm of the MCU that I think is going to excite a lot of people who haven't gotten to see things that they really love in the MCU so far. Yeah, could someone clarify this for Cassidy and I? Oh, he's anti-hero. Anti-hero. Here's a question. Since he has split personalities, does he have a personality that is like more altruistic and good than one of his other personalities? That I would like to know. Ricardo, I would highly recommend going through the replay of this chat. People have given some really great recommendations on comics to read, background of who his character and Ethan Hawke's character are, and then so definitely go through the chat. I do not know anything more than what they have told me, and not all of it is processed and stuck in my brain yet. So highly recommend going through the stream. To you or anyone else wanting to learn more about Moon Knight, there are some wonderful people here. Pabs and Neo Noir Arcane know so much. No, I don't want... Icarus needs to... No. He flew into the sun. He's gone. Goodbye. Adios, amigo. I don't like him. And it sucks because Richard Madden's character in Game of Thrones was my favorite of the Stark brothers until his untimely demise at the Red Wedding. And I don't like Icarus. I think he is bland. I don't think his performance is interesting. I don't like him. I was this close to buying a Cersei Funko Pop, and I said to myself today, no, I will not be doing this just because I like her outfit in this scene. I will not be a hypocrite. I will stick by my opinions, and I will not lean into the aesthetics. The redeeming qualities of Eternals are named Makari, Droog, Phastos, and Kingo. My 4 favorite elements of the movie. Love them. Don't like the rest of the movie. Oh, okay. Pabs has more information. Ethan Hawke is portraying a character, an old yet little-known foe enemy of Moon Knight in the comics who appears just once and is a crazy scientist with an illness that has left him with horrific facial deformities. He didn't look like he had facial deformities, though. I'm wondering this as well, gaming theory. I feel like it would connect most to Wanda, anything she's in, because of magic, or Strange, of course. But then Moon Knight is... The Defenders are so grounded, though. I guess Iron Fist maybe isn't, but, like, I feel like... I don't know, I just feel like... Part of me wants to fight back against trying to, like, re-team anyone up, because I feel like some of these heroes and characters are so strong on their own, and we're not going to get to explore them in a way that I want to. Yeah, Shang-Chi will definitely be an Avenger. But I don't see... Like, the Avengers is a pretty pure team. Like, they're good guys. They're not really anti-heroes. Like, the closest they get to being anti-heroes is in Civil War. So I agree. I think, yeah, Shang-Chi will definitely be an Avenger. I'm just saying I don't think Moon Knight will be. I don't think they've started filming Loki Season 2. I don't know that they've started writing Loki Season 2. So I doubt that we will see Loki Season 2 until 2023. That's what I highly doubt. I think because of the panorama, someone called it the other day, and I thought, I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's what I'm going to call it. Thanks to the panorama, I don't think they have filmed Season 2. How's it coming? No sound?
No sound, but I think I might have figured it out.
Okay. If not, it's not that big of a deal.
Give me a second. You might just have to add the sound separately, if that makes sense.
Can you get the sound from that file? Like, can you export that as an MP3?
Yeah,
Just do that and then sync it up.
I'm trying, but
I'm bossy. I'm sorry. I apologize. Do you need me to help you? Like, here's the problem with Eternals. I have so many problems with this movie that I have a list in my phone of the problems, and I add to it. It's a problem, I know, but the most interesting characters are not introduced until the midnight point or after of the film. By that final battle, half of the team who we've been with the whole time is either dead, transformed, or says, you know what, fam, I'm just not gonna be a part of this. And then by the end of the film, some of those members are then punished for the other characters' involvement in the Celestials' emergence. It just drives me insane. Yeah. Same, Cassidy. Droog is so interesting. He's so complex, and he actually kind of makes sense. He's like, listen, I would rather do a slightly immoral thing or go against the Celestials' wishes in order to do what I think is good for humans because I love them. All of you guys are just ignoring everything bad that happens here because you've been told to by a guy who's not even here. We don't even know why we're here. We're supposed to protect these people and advance them, and so I'm going to do that. And that's what I thought was interesting about his character. Versus Icarus, who's like, supposed to be, like, I don't know what his whole thing is. I just don't get it. I would argue he's still stale in the final act. I don't buy his love for Cersei. I don't buy that one bit. The chemistry between them, if it exists, it was not there on screen. I've seen photos of them. They seem like really great friends. But the characters, to me, that means they're not written well enough to portray that love between the two characters. Jake is similar to the personality that I described. I can't remember what I described. I apologize, Paps, but yes, Paps, Paps, you and Neo Noir Arcane are like, I'm just actually so grateful for you guys for the information you've provided tonight, because I really don't. Before this, I had no idea where to even start with research for the character. Now I have so many jumping off points, and I so appreciate you. Post-credit scenes for Moon Knight. Hopefully not Rogers the Musical, part 2. Something with Blade, or maybe he uncovers something about the Eternals. The Eternals needs to be tied back to the MCU better than that movie did. Because right now, no one knows that they freaking exist. Apparently Sam and Bucky were just fixing a boat and never realized they were in danger, which I feel like is kind of insulting to their characters. I get that it's a different level, but they need to be tied back to the MCU in a way that I care about. Not that I care about, but that is narratively important for me to then invest in those characters. Because right now, let me tell you guys, if they announce Eternals 2, no. Ethan Hawke's character is Arthur Harrow. Oh, and we may witness his deformations. Okay, I see what you're saying. Is he the one getting beat up? Is he the one getting beat up by Moon Knight? Cassidy, it's like, at first it was just, I did my review and it was 20 minutes and I was like, Sasha, why? Was this necessary? And it was. I think I articulated my ideas well, and I think I did not whine and complain. I think I laid out what I needed to. But then there are a lot of, like, little bits that I thought, like, very specific narrative elements that I was just like, I don't like this. And so I keep it around in case I ever do anything with it. And I'd love to rewatch the movie and reassess that list. Maybe you guys will see a video like that soon. Who's to say? Me, actually. I would be the one to say, but I don't know. Is he confirmed to be in the Batman? I did not know that. Listen, people love Eternals. I didn't want to make this a Eternals rant. Apparently, it's becoming one. People really liked it, and I really didn't. And that's perfectly fine, because I know that I unabashedly love Iron Man 3. And a lot of people don't like it. There has been a revival of people who like it now, apparently. And I'm like, where were you? When I was buying the full soundtrack of the movie just to get Ready, Aim, Fire by Imagine Dragons. Top tier song. You better go listen to it. But yeah, I should put this down. I'm getting a little too rambunctious. Sorry, guys. But yeah, listen, people don't like Hawkeye, and I like him as a character and his TV show, so, like, no one is to say what's better than else. Oh, Pabs, spitting fire out here, just honestly so good. Basically fits the character. I like that. I also like it as, like, a tangible thing that he knows he can solve, but, like, it's frustrating as, like, a metaphor for maybe figuring out his personalities or whatever. Well, then you guys can go check out Chris's trailer, since most of you have already seen mine. I'm trying to get mine out. Again, this is the first time I tried to do this, so I knew there were going to be some speed bumps, but it'll be up eventually, and you guys will be able to recheck it out then. But yeah, I agree. Give each character, because there were 10 or 11 of them. I can't remember. I always throw Dane in there. 10 or 11 of them. Given each an episode where it followed their perspective, and then they went and found the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then, by the end of the show, I wouldn't have cared so much if there were only, like, by the end of Eternals, you spent the entire movie with probably, like, 5 characters who don't seem to be a part of the next Eternals. And that frustrates me, because I'm like, why? You didn't make me like them. You didn't write them well. Whatever. I need to apologize. Oh,
Sorry.
thanks. Caleb said, I'm still mad that Eternals introduced us to Black Knight and he got 3 scenes in the movie. Dane and Cersei, you know how I said I spoke about how Icarus and Cersei do not have chemistry? Well, you know who does? Cersei and Dane. And they did my man a little wrong there. I don't know that he needs his own origin movie, and I feel like at some point he likely will appear in something. Maybe Moon Knight. That seems to make the most sense to me. You're in London, you're dealing with artifacts. You're dealing with artifacts, and I've used this before. And I struggle because he doesn't seem interesting enough of a character, but I also don't know if that's because of the limited amount of screen time he had. You know? Is Dr. Minerva new Nora Arcane? Is that who she plays in Captain Marvel? Dr. Minerva? I don't remember her that much. I do remember that she was that character because when they cast her as Cersei, I was like, wait a minute. But Cersei is, I wanted to like Cersei, but she has this, like, let's help the humans, and she's sort of supposed to be a leader, and she's been destined to be a leader, but then she, like, is not. And again, too much of the movie ended up being, like, a love story, and, or a love story, or a love triangle, and just this, I feel like the movie wants to claim that it showed a broad range of view of humanity, but I would disagree. I just don't think that it did. Because some of them just want to kill the humans. Some of them believe in duty more than anything. And I don't think we get to spend enough time with any of them to see a true, interesting, like, arc. I think the ones that are interesting are the ones we meet at the midpoint. Droog decides that he's not going to kind of be alone, and instead he's going to decide to be his, sorry, Christian keeps using the mouse, so that's why I'm not catching up on chat. I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying that if anyone was wondering, that's what's going on. Sorry, I'm ranting. Does anyone want to hear my thoughts on Eternals? No. You guys have so many more comments. I'm just gonna... Do you need this? Okay. Where was I going with that? Droog shifts from wanting to be not a pacifist, but, like, stay out of the way and not be a part of the Eternals family. And then he shifts by the end because he has a vested interest in... If he does actually want to save the humans, he kind of has to do something. What are you doing?
You can rewatch it if you want.
Okay, well, I'm kind of trying to catch up on chat. Oh, appreciate it.
30 seconds.
Oh. And then Fastos doesn't want to leave his family, but realizes the only way to save his family is to leave his family and potentially die. Makari, not nearly enough time spent with her. Oh my gosh, not nearly. And Kingo has an interesting arc in the sense that he, like, genuinely does not believe what the rest of some of them believe, and is like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to fight. But then he gets punished in the end, which is just freaking ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. MP4. Boom. You got it. Yeah. How do you need me to get this to you? Fastos, one of my favorite characters. Gilgamesh, an interesting character who, again, by the final fight, is gone. I feel like I didn't spend enough time with him to mean a lot. I liked his relationship with Thena. I just think that Thena is like, they do the memory thing that I hope that they do well in Moon Knight to a very lesser degree, and it just feels like frustrating that that's not really explored as much. Yes, Cassidy, you're so right. Here's my mouse. I can click on it now. The important characters, the characters that will move forward, have the least amount of screen time. People like Sprite, we spend way too much time with, and she is now going to age like a normal person. And I assume is no longer an Eternal, which I don't understand how they're just like, she's like, oh, you guys don't understand how hard it is to be like a kid trapped in a kid's body, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, they're just like, you know what? You really have suffered. We're going to change you into a real human. You're going to be a real girl now. Dumb. Are tied to Thanos. I mean, yeah, Thanos is technically an Eternal he's Thena's cousin. I think people know that. Especially with the introduction of Eros, his brother, who is also technically sort of an Eternal. I also don't know if the android change is something that's accurate from the comics or why that was necessary, other than to say, like, these androids can feel humanity the way that more than humans can or something. I don't know. I really don't like this movie, if you guys can't tell. How about, now this, Neonora, okay, and you're thinking big brain moves, how about Blade and Black Knight together in a post-credit scene? That makes a lot of sense. I think seeing those two characters, getting a hint at those two characters in a I'm tired. Post-credit scene would be excellent. So we'll see if that happens. I hope so. I think that's also be a really cool element because I feel like, and maybe this is just me, but the lunar element always makes me think of werewolves. I need to get back on my Teen Wolf grind for anyone curious. I think I'm still in season 3. But whatchamacallit? That ties to Blade is a vampire hunter, correct? Yes, no, people, and then Morbius coming out. Feel like we have this theme of these characters, and now is like a great time for them to be together. So I'm very interested for that. Do you need me to help you?
I mean, you haven't helped me yet, so I think
Did you guys hear that sarcasm? That sarcasm? Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna need it in 30 seconds.
Okay, cool. Let me just go through the chat. I feel like the only reason we'll get a sequel to Eternals is because the names they cast. Although that's just going to become so expensive, you know, trying to make a movie with them. Oh, Pabs is saying that someone who is being beaten in the bathroom could be the Egyptian deity of death, Anubis. Oh, wait. Hold the phone, guys. You're telling me that this series and Moon Knight's lore is based in Egyptian mythology? Because anyone else read the Kane Chronicles as a youth? Because I did. Written by Percy Jackson author Rick Riordan. My favorite author of my favorite book series, which will also be coming to Disney+. If he's beating up Anubis, one, badass. Second, I'm very intrigued. Someone check a for Icarus. Yeah, he flew into the sun on purpose. Sorry, giving some time to Pabs' comment. He flew into the sun on purpose. Because he was ashamed or he couldn't kill Cersei. Whatever, I get that that's supposed to be emotionally resonant, whatever. But yeah. Jason, welcome to the stream. You're totally good. You're totally good. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. What movie did you see? I hope you enjoyed it, whatever it was. Thanks for stopping by the stream. We reacted to the Moon Knight trailer. I'm trying to get my reaction up soon as a separate video, but if you want to just go back in the stream, it's all here in this stream. It will literally just be a copy and paste of this video when I post it by itself. But one of Lord Anubis, one of his like cronies. Okay. Wait, Matt. Okay, this might be on a different topic. I know we're really talking about Marvel here, but I thought the Batman was the Batman that's coming out in March with Robert Pattinson was supposed to have the Riddler in it and Penguin. I didn't know that the Joker was also going to be in that. I think we need to give the Joker a little bit of a rest, guys. Like, we've had some really good performances. We had 2 Oscar-winning performances for him, and then Jared Leto. But I think we should give him a rest and explore some other Batman villains. That's just my opinion. They were kind of beating the man to death and using him a little too frequently. Oh, when you're fine. Listen, Chris and I share a lot of subscribers, and we're friends in real life, and nothing would make me happier than people leaving my stream to go watch one of my friends. Like, totally not a problem at all. No problem at all. I don't have any of my like stuff with me to give me notifications, so agreed, Alex. I thought the non-linear storyline or the jumps between times did not allow you to connect with characters in a way that I felt was necessary for the plot. Oh my gosh, I have so many chats to catch up on. Guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, you can hear. Okay, I was here. Oh, he's a soul keeper. Wait, that's super interesting. I am interested in that. Oh, people are going off on variants, potentially of Kane, of Ramatut. Yes, Arda, the trailer is up on Marvel's YouTube channel and on Disney Plus. I need to catch up on chat. But if you scroll back in the live, you can see my reaction to it. Okay, sorry. Gonna try to catch up on these, and then we can watch the trailer again if you guys want. Ooh, yada 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 yada. That reminds me of the Shanice. Your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Shut it, please. Thank you, Shanice. Yappa 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 yappa. I love that TikTok. I am loony at this point. Neo Noir Arcane. I think if Ra showed up, Ra is the sun god, right? If I remember correctly, if I remember my Egyptian mythology, I believe he is. And that would be sick if he showed up. That would take this show from being just psychological to then this Egyptian mythology lore element would make me super excited. Grinch, did your heart shrink back 2 sizes after Christmas? Because I think we all, as a consensus in this chat, liked it. Obviously, you don't have to feel the same way. But I need to finish the show before the movie comes out. I am embarrassed. I've been watching this show for like 8 months, and I'm in season 3. I need to catch up. I'm ready for that movie. I want the movie. Yes, Mahershala Ali and Oscar Isaac together would be amazing. Agreed. Moon Knight looks sick. Hold the phone. Yeah. That is. Let's get it on merch, guys. Should I release merch this year? Now I'm just talking crazy. Yes. Wait. No. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Have I not been reading my trade papers? Are you guys telling me there's a Kane Chronicles Netflix movie in the making? Because I will flip out. But yes, the Disney Plus Percy Jackson series, Did I consider auditioning for that show, even though I'm a terrible actress? Should never act in anything. I acted in a short film once 2 years ago, and it was atrocious. Apologies to my friend Maddie, for that. I should have done that to you. It was atrocious. I could not even fake eat food. What?
I can't. The
You can't get
audio
it?
wouldn't load. So when
Can you just give it to me?
When you're done, you won't figure it out.
Why did you plug the lacy in? Can I ask that question?
Because that's where we plugged it in from. I took it from here.
Oh.
You're not. It's because it's in a different file format. You're not gonna just like fix it. It's gonna take a while.
Okay. I'm sorry that you worked so hard on it then.
It's not that big of a deal. I think it was a different setting we need to click on.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out for next time.
When you're done, we can get it. But
Okay.
it's gonna take a second. I'm gonna need your help.
Okay. No problem. We'll stream for a little bit longer until you guys get bored of me, and then I'll figure that out. But thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Oh my gosh, Cassie. Maybe I will. Stay tuned, people. Stay tuned. Hold the phone is something I do say. Ooh, a Halloween themed show. I mean, to some degree, Spider-Man had that. Grinch, the show isn't even out. We don't even know. This is a trailer. This is a completely different editing team than the show's editing team. So yeah. Teen Wolf occupied Tumblr back in the day, and I was too young to watch it. Now, though, yes, movie is the perfect excuse to binge it and to, just give it the love that it deserves. Pabs is headed out. Pabs, genuinely, you have helped make this stream possible through knowledge and informing all of us. So as a collective sense of gratitude, we send your way. Thank you so, so much. I so appreciate you, and have a wonderful night. Rest up and get excited for March 30th. Zach, welcome to the stream. Yes, Moon Knight's looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, WandaVision has a Halloween episode. Let's not disregard the Halloween Spooktacular episode. Let's not just walk on over that. Yeah, no, I think it definitely has those elements in it. Ricardo, it was just there were some file issues, and it didn't properly record the audio. So I'm just gonna probably get off at around the 2-hour mark of this stream, that you wonderful people have joined me with, and I think I will, we'll just re-record it, hopefully with a little bit of breakdown, but yeah. Apparently this Halloween we'll get the MCU Werewolf special on Disney Plus. Who's the MCU Werewolf? Who's that? I'm interested. That's so exciting. You get a show. Is one of the episodes gonna drop on your birthday? Because that's so exciting. That would be such a nice, especially with your birthday being like a Wednesday, or this drops of the episodes being a Wednesday, and like when your birthday is a Wednesday, people can't necessarily do all the things that you maybe want to. But Zach, yes, I know we've talked about this, but yeah, I'm really hoping that Obi-Wan Kenobi ends up being the show that everyone wants it to be, and that people feel satisfied with it when it comes out. That is my hope for Star Wars fans. If they're not already satisfied with Book of Boba Fett, I hope that Kenobi provides that for them. Okay, I'm pretty excited for Morbius too. I won't say like the hype is not there as much as it is even for Moon Knight, or not even close to what it was for Spider-Man. But I am interested to see that movie. I just think the hype level goes down when something gets pushed back. It's just like, ugh. Okay, well, I gotta wait. So I'm not gonna be able to maintain this excitement level for that long. Hey, Taylor Lautner plays a good werewolf. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, wait, that's super interesting. That is cool. Werewolf by Night is a Halloween special, and he's a Native American hero. That is super cool. Once Through Rock fan, thank you so much for joining. I so appreciate you being here. I don't know if you're saying you're headed out or just saying you've enjoyed the stream, but I appreciate it a lot. Oh, he will appear in Moon Knight first. Okay, well, there you go. That's super cool. That is super, super cool. Ava, a Spider-Man PS5 battle. Girl, tell us about that. How did it go? Did you win? Most importantly, how are you feeling afterwards? Are you recovered? What do you think about Moon Knight? Tell us. Share. Oh, Hayden Christensen, yeah. I am excited to see him. I think there's something to the prequels, specifically him and Padme's relationship in Revenge of the Sith, that feels very Shakespearean and like a tragedy, and I love that, and I hope that that is something that gets explored a little bit in the show. Oh, Zach's already calling that he thinks Morbius is going to be his worst of the year list. Here's the thing. I couldn't even tell you what's going to be on my worst of the year list, because last year, like, I never would have guessed that a Marvel movie would be as low as it was for me. And you know what? It happened. So it wasn't my worst movie of the year. Nobody freak out. But it was not necessarily something I enjoyed. If you go back about 20 minutes on the stream, you would know that. Oh, okay. Well, here's the interesting thing. If Blade is in Morbius, that would almost guarantee a future Peter Parker return in the MCU. Which I don't know why I get excited about them not making more Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, but I do. Ooh, that would be an interesting flip. I think the thing is, Moon Knight with the episode format, you can explore the different personalities and the lack of memory and not being able to tell reality apart more than in a movie. He's a shape. Well, there you go. I have not even seen Twilight, I'll be honest with you all. Okay, Ava's got some play-by-play from the fight. She said it was Electro, and then they made her fight him twice. So you left. You know what? I would probably do that too. That's cool. I didn't know that the PS5 game had that. My boyfriend has a PS5, and I would like to play the Spider-Man game at some point, but don't know if he would. We'll see eventually if he gives that one over to me. Let me play. Yeah, I think at the beginning of the year, for me at least, it's too early to tell. I think there's certain movies that, like, I guess if I just know I'm not gonna like a movie, I just wouldn't go watch it, you know? I know they announced the new one. Tom's comments about, like, oh, I feel like I've accomplished everything I want to accomplish with the character. It panics me a little bit sometimes. I'm like, what if he just decides he's not going to do it? I know. And I think they've even said, like, Sony and Marvel have a deal where Sony lends Marvel Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and they lend him a character. So, like, Doctor Strange got to be in No Way Home, which is an MCU movie, but it's technically a Sony movie. So it's interesting. Blue Watcher, new subscriber, thank you so much. Trailer was lit, yes. Oh, Danny Darko meets the Mummy. That's a great tonal comparison. I am also very excited for March to see this, and thank you so much for subscribing. Means so much to me. I so appreciate it. Excuse me. Wait, I love that. That's so sweet. Neo Noir, okay, I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Are people currently in tabs week by week with Attack on Titan, like with Euphoria? I would never think of Attack on Titan and Euphoria as being similar, but if you're saying they are, I'm not going to argue with you. Okay. I would love him to host the Oscars. I think that would be great. I did see a clip, though, of Robert Downey Jr. presenting, like, years back. I think he would make a great host as well. The Oscars needs a host, or else it is not interesting enough of a show to watch. That's all I'll say. Tom Holland wants to put over Miles Morales. Maybe he wants to settle down with Zendaya. Okay, settle down. I mean, they're 25-ish. They could, but they've also only been dating for who knows how long. I don't know that it's that. I know there's been a lot of jokes about him saying, like, he's a dad and like they're smitten with each other in all their interviews. I think if he has a reason to return to the character, he will. I think he enjoys it that much, and I think he's got 5 more years probably to do it, and then whatever. But I also maybe am wondering if he's going to use this time to pull some more strings, if that makes any sense. Oh, okay, I've seen a bit about this. I don't know. We're already introducing America Chavez. I don't know how many characters they're going to introduce in one movie, but John Krasinski is my top choice for Reed Richards. I am definitely on that fan cast bandwagon for sure. And the way that Marvel has just been able to deliver on things the fans want recently, I kind of have no doubt that they'll be able to accomplish it if they want to and if John's interested, but we'll see about that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, he's so young. Once you stop playing Spider-Man, I feel like you've passed the torch. And although he thinks he might be ready now, I think what he's wanted for a long time is to be out of his contract to where he can do all the things that his contract doesn't allow him to do. Like, that's why they all play golf so much. For anyone who doesn't know, it's so that they don't get injured or delay the movie. Sorry, I hit the mic. Delay the movie any further. And so, like, he was joking about going snowboarding once his contract was up and all that kind of stuff. But I think he likes the character enough. I just think he could use this as a time period to negotiate producer credits or input in the story or saying, like, no, we need to bring Miles Morales over here. And he is certainly the glue between the two companies. And I think they both know they have a vested interest in the other succeeding at this point, and they have a good thing going for them. So I doubt that it will go anywhere, but we'll see. Okay, guys. Neil Norire Kane said Attack on Titan and Euphoria are Sunday shows. Gotcha. Okay, guys. You know what we're going to do? We're going to rewatch the trailer really quick, and then I'm going to go record, like, a new trailer reaction for you guys. So I'm going to put it back up here. And then we're gonna probably end this because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little hungry and I'm not gonna eat on stream. So let's watch this bad boy. Oh, I'll leave the closed captioning on for you guys.
And welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello.
That's a cool shot. All the reflection shots and like
I'm losing it.
We'll catch you on. You're bloody useless, Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference.
those are cool shots.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find
I
it.
want to know if Moon Knight is
Thanks.
somebody he like imagines and then he becomes them. Does that make any sense? I like that he's hidden stuff from himself.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're alive. What's
Layla.
wrong with you, Mark?
Who is
Why did you
Layla?
call me Mark? It must be very difficult.
The voice in your head. This chaos.
All the mirrors and the reflections and the breaking of things.
Embrace the chaos.
The only thing I hope this doesn't happen like end of episode 5. You know? That's pretty cool. I love how they incorporate the little swoosh in there. Okay, folks. Oh, look, there's me. Haha. That's this video right now. Alright, folks. Any last thoughts on the Moon Knight trailer before we hang it up for the night? Alex is headed out. Alex, so appreciate you stopping by and staying for as long as you did for this. I really appreciate all of you who did. There have been so many of you tonight, and I can't express my gratitude. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I'll keep it short, I promise. There was a time 10 years ago when nerd culture was not mainstream culture the way it is today, and you found yourself really liking something, but not wanting to talk about it, but just other people couldn't experience it with you. And to have a community here of my very own is amazing. And I appreciate each and every one of you that stops by these. Cassie says, according to Eric Voss, we kind of need to introduce mutants and Multiverse of Madness. I think the movie will jetpacked. I hope that they just do it nicely. I hope, Cassidy, that if you're correct and Eric Voss is correct, that it is done tastefully. We'll say it that way. If I clicked on my own live, it would just be like Inception. It would just be like a feedback loop. Thank you, Alex. I will hopefully get it up soon for people. But for now, you know, this will just exist as it is. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call this a night. I so appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have gotten to the end of this, if you're watching on the replay, thank you. I would love if you would hit the like button. It really helps me with these videos, and especially with lives, to get more people to watch them or revisit them. I also want to wish you guys a happy Monday. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And thank you so much for watching this video. Also, if you did like this stream or like talking about Marvel, consider subscribing if you're not already. Thank you guys so much for all of the views, all of the streams on this. So appreciate you all. Have a lovely evening, and I will